Let's find a specific page that I stopped at because I don't remember. I think it's the page number. I think it was the page number 51. It's the page from this book here. It's the specific book that I read, sorry. Teaching by Principles, an interactive approach to language pedagogy. Here in this channel or in this video, my purpose, my object, my purpose here is just to practice English. I don't use English in my day, it's not common for me. For me it's difficult, but when I try to record this video, I try to improve the English. And I improve my English, or I try to improve my English, just reading. It's not easy for me, or I don't intend to improve the English just talking or writing or listening. Because this here, it's the all skills that you have, the skills of communication that you can use to improve the languages. In this case, English, okay? Writing, listening, speaking, or reading. We have grammar too. Here in this channel, my focus to improve my English is reading. Sometimes I try to speak too. I'm doing this, I'm trying to speak in exactly this moment, but for me it's not easy, and so I prefer to reading text. Okay, let's try reading. Let's try read the page number 51. This page talking about the grammar. No, 52. Yeah, the page 52. This page, the title, it's about the grammar translation method. Let's remember that here, this book, I am in the chapter 4. Chapter 4, it's about a methodical history of language teaching. It's an interesting chapter because here we have a lot of methods that you can teach by principles. The idea of this book, it's about teaching by principles and interactive approach to language pedagogy. And so in this chapter 4, we have a methodical history of language teaching. And so we saw, or we learned about the differences approach between approach, method, and technique. I recorded a lot of videos trying to explain the differences between these concepts, or approach, design, method, procedure. And so now we're gonna try to understand the methods, because we have a lot of methods here. We have the grammar translation method, going in the serious method, the directed method, lingual method, designer methods, or the spirit 70s. And let's see. Community language learning, suggestopedia, the silent way, total physical response, the nature approach, beyond method, and notional functional syllabuses. And so I think it's enough, all the methods that we have here. Today we're gonna start, because it's the video part 1, okay, just the part 1, about the grammar translation method. And we're gonna read this very slowly, trying to understand just try to understand the text, because I'm not, how can I say, pressa? I have a patience, okay, to know the things. It's not a problem for me. The time, it's not the problem if you want to know. The grammar translation method, a historical sketch of the last 100 years of language teaching, really must be set in the context of prevailing customary languages teaching traditions. For centuries, there were few, if any, theoretical foundations of language learning upon which to base teaching methodology. In the Western world, foreign learning in schools was synonymous with the learning of Latin or Greek. Latin, though, to promote intellectually, though mental gymnastics, was until relatively recently held to be indispensable to adequate higher education. Latin was taught by means of what has been called the classical method, focus on grammatical rules, memorizations of vocabulary and of various declensions and conjugations, translation of texts, doing writing exercises. I think I can't understand all this text, but I think this text talking about or try to explain about the classical method. The classical method, the base of this classical method focuses on grammar, focuses totally in grammar. For example, if you're thinking about Latin or Greek, you have to know a lot of rules memorization. That's the example that, or the things that I could understand in this first paragraph. Let's try to read the second paragraph. Here in this text, specific text about the grammar translation method. Let's see the title, the grammar translation method. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs, and so in this video I'm gonna read just 2 paragraphs. Let's start the second one. As other languages began to be taught in educational institutions in the 18th and the 19th centuries, the classical method was adopted as the chief means for teaching foreign languages, grammar rules, and memorization. Okay, we have to know this in our mind when we think about the classical method. Little thought was given at the time to teaching someone how to speak the language. After all, languages were not being taught primarily to learn oral communication, but to learn for the sake of being scholarly, or in some instances for gaining or reading proficiency in a foreign language. Since there was little of any theoretical research on second language acquisitions in general, or on the acquisition of reading proficiency, foreign languages were taught as any other skills were taught. Foreign languages were taught. Línguas estrangeiras foram ensinadas as any other skills, como outras habilidades foram ensinadas. Foreign languages were taught as any other skills were taught. Okay, for today I think it's enough. Just a simple text, or sorry, it's not a simple text. I think it's very difficult, but it's enough for today. Just 2 paragraphs. In the next video we're gonna proceed. How can I say a partir? Beyond, além de. We're gonna continue this text in the 3rd paragraph, okay, about the grammar translation method. Now we're gonna read, because my technique, my way that I improve my English here is just reading and try to speak too. Now I'm gonna read something in another languages, because I think it's nice to improve English. Okay, my objective here, my goal here is English, but I think it's nice when you try to read something in another language, because it's a kind of skill, or a kind of, you can unlock, let's say like this, you can unlock your ability of languages if you try to speak another language, because I don't know, for me it's good. Okay, let's try to read something in Italian. Parliamo la nostra lingua. It's the book. I really love this book, because this book, it's about grammar, and the special thing that I have, it's this image. It's Florence. I really love this because I know this place. And so let's find the specific page here. I think it's the page number grasp the number. The page number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Panorama lessicale. Linguaggio. We have here the difference or the difference of the concepts of language, tongue, language. Okay, just the difference, some words in Italian. Linguaggio, lingua o idioma e favela. Linguaggio è il complesso dei suoni di cui si serve l'uomo per manifestare e comunicare i propri pensieri e sentimenti. Esso è pertanto un messo di espressione comune a tutto il genere umano. Let's repeat this. Linguaggio è il complesso dei suoni di cui si serve l'uomo per manifestare e comunicare i propri pensieri e sentimenti. Esso è pertanto un messo di espressione comune a tutto il genere umano. Second definition. Lingua o idioma. La particola parlata di un popolo è la lingua italiana o l'idioma italico. Lingua o idioma. La particola parlata di un popolo, la lingua italiana o l'idioma italico. Favela significa propriamente facoltà di parlare e quindi linguaggio idioma. Favela, I don't know if I have to say favela or favela. I think it's favela. Favela significa propriamente facoltà di parlare, quindi linguaggio idioma. Okay, I think it's enough just to read something in Italian. Now we're gonna try to reading something in Spanish, okay? The book is it, The Spanish by Images. It's an old book, and I like this book because we have a lot of images here, okay? And so you just can try to read the images, and here we have the phonetic transcription below and the end of the page. I think it's very nice if you try to learn something. Let's find the page because I don't remember. I think the page it was page 23. 24. Es un barco, está en el agua. En el agua. El barco, agua. I think this sound we don't have in Portuguese and in English too. Agua. El agua. I don't know. Sono tres barcos, los barcos, la botella. Estos, no, okay. We have the phonetic transcription exactly here. And so I start this just reading the phonetic, and so after I try to read the specific image, but before I read this phonetic transcription here, I tried. El barco, agua, barco, botella, estos, okay. Es un barco, está en el agua, son tres barcos, están en el agua. Este barco está en una botella. Estos tres barcos no están en la botella, están en el agua. La botella está en la mano del hombre. La botella tiene agua. Botella, it's a kind of garrafa in Portuguese. Es un vaso, está en la mesa. El vaso no tiene agua. Ahora el vaso y la botella están en la mesa. Mesa. El vaso y estará. El agua está en la botella, estará en el vaso. Ahora el agua está en el vaso, ahora no está en la botella. Son 4 botellas. Estas botellas están aquí. Essas 4 botellas estão ali. Esses 3 pájaros estão ali. We have here 6 words, new words. 4. Las botellas, estas, esses, los pájaros. Estas botelhas estão aqui, essas 4 botelhas estão ali. Esses 3 pájaros estão ali, estes 2 pájaros estão aqui. Esse homem e essa mulher estão ali. Este homem e esta mulher estão aqui. So I think it's enough for today. The next video we're gonna continue in this page 27, right? About as hombre. And now to finish this video, we're gonna try to read something in German, the German by images. The idea is the same. I think it's the same collection because here we have the English by images, the German by images, the French by images, and the Spanish by images. We can see like here, exactly here. And so let's read which page I stopped it because I don't remember. So okay, we have here vowels. We have 21 vowels. I don't know if this is correct, okay, but now according to the book we have 21 vowels in German. I think it's so incredible. Here we have the first one, a, man, a, cart, wagen, war, the second vowel. Third vowel, eject, weg. We have the third and the fourth vowel, a, e, and now bit. E átono entre o e a. Manner, e aberto. Fäden, Hafen. Então é um E curto, um E aberto, né? Porém curto e um outro E longo. Vamos finalizar com um I. 2 Is. 3 Is. Vent. E breve como em birra. Vir. E longo como em sim. Vir. E o último I. Jar. E como iogurte, então seria jar. E seria então jar. Okay. The correct it's going to be your. Ya. Okay, for today I think it's enough. Now, in the next video, we're gonna try to understand the vowel O. Yeah, okay. We have a lot of vowels here. I'm afraid. German is not for me. I don't intend to use German or Italian or Spanish. I think it's enough important for me, okay? The important for me is just English, but I try to know something about this language because I think it's important and a kind of secret in my mind unlocks some kind of ability of communication. Let's see here. Thank you for watching this video. In the next video, we're gonna try to reading something in English or other languages too. Watch the last video, then I'm going to leave here in this